Hello, dear souls, and welcome to this sacred space. I'm getting ready to smudge. I'm burning the sage. Here we clear the space, clear the energy. And today I'm going to share a special reading because we are entering the eclipses season. We are going to have a new moon on Thursday, and this new moon will be a total solar eclipse as well. We are working in the axis of Aries and Libra. I smell the smoke meanwhile, I love it. And so we are working with the power of I am, with the power of the verb I am. Aries brings us the awareness on our personal power, on the presence of who we are here in the world. It is also the sign that gives the start to the wheel of the new astrological year. And we have already had another new moon in March last month. And so this is the second new moon. We are now at 29 degrees. We will be actually on Thursday, and the other was at 0 degrees. So it was a big, huge new start, new beginning. And now we have a second opportunity to work again on new beginnings, focusing on who we are. And the focus is now on this axis, so we are enlightening now the I am as individual, and then when we will have the next eclipse on October, it will be in around 6 months time. In October, it will be in Libra. The new moon will be in Libra. And so there the I am becomes we are. And we are working more with the relationships, with the couple, with twin flames as well, and with the relationships with others. So for now, we focus on the I am, and we become assertive. We become also courageous, and we want to be more like independent. We want to conquer the world, and show the world how big we are. And this is totally fine because we are so powerful that we do not even realize it most of the time. So the more we work on our inner magic, the more we work on this powerful and sacred I am, the more we are able to embody who we are and to truly bless our presence in this world. So let's start immediately. And today I want to have this dialogue with universe, with infinite spirit, and ask infinite spirit to show us, and cards already want to come out of the deck, to show us what we have to work on for this new cycle, which will start with the new moon on Thursday, and especially and above all, what we have to work on for this eclipse season. So what is it we need to focus on in this eclipses season? Okay, we know that it is with the power of I am. How can we support this I am expression in the world? So, which is our focus for this eclipses season? Let's see what comes up. So we ask for a card of clarity for our support during the eclipses season, and here it is. Wow. And we have a 10 of Wands. So let me look at the card very well. So the 10 is usually the completion of a cycle, and what comes to me is that Actually, eclipses are very transformative events for us. They are radical events. And what they bring, it's totally new, and at the same time, they bring away what has stopped to serve us. So this Ten of Wands comes to say that we have come to an end with fighting, with bringing burdens all around. And I can see these golden leaves around the frame of this card, and also these flowers. So the golden leaves, let's say orangish, yellowish leaves, and also this orange tree behind the woman. This card makes me feel the spirit of autumn. And when we are in autumn, we are actually getting the summer behind, and at the same time we are getting ready to enter winter, so a very cold and a very introspective time of our life. At the same time, autumn is a warm season. We think about the fireplace. There are the pumpkins and all this orange light, orange energy coming in. Also with Halloween, we use a lot of orange, and orange is the color of creation. It's a very warm color. It's also the color of feelings. It's also the color of emotions, the color of this creative flow of our second chakra, the womb, this laboratory we have inside. So this card says that we are completing this cycle of fighting, and also gives me the hint that we can somehow rest a little bit on all the work that we have been doing, and at the same time we need to keep going. So it's a kind of, I dare say, sweeter work that we can do on ourselves, because now we got used to do this very intense inner work. So we know how it works. We know what we have to do. It has become a daily practice for us. So we simply need to keep going. It's a matter of keep going to harvest the rewards, and at the same time to maintain an environment which is very light and soft and so very receptive, so that we can embrace more and more rewards for our intense inner work. So this is what comes to me about the eclipses seasons. Yes, it's a very transformative season of our life, a very transformative new chapter. We also have done a lot of work. So I feel that I'm talking here with people who are already awakened, people who are already very used to work on themselves, people who know what ascension means. And for all of us who are working on our ascension path, we know that it is a daily work. So this card is giving me this feeling that we are masters. We have become masters, and now it's a matter of keep going and keep the fire awaken, keep our inner fire awaken, our inner will to work on ourselves and to keep transforming alive, so that the more we work on it and the more we keep our environment free and light, the easier it is for us. So let's ask for some more clarification. Why do we have this Ten of Wands here? What is it that we exactly need to do in this eclipses season? What is it that we exactly need to focus and work on with this eclipses season in the axis of Aries? And oh, we have two cards, wonderful, Aries and Libra. Okay, let's see then. And we have a wonderful King of Pentacles. So, wow. This is the call to embody our masculine and our royal masculine, I dare say. So it's about being practical. It's about being clear with our goals and the places where we want to be, where we desire to be, because we have actually an inner call to shine our light. So it's not a matter of the ego, it's a matter of sharing our light with the world, being practical, and organizing our life. So let's be present in our daily life as we go through the eclipses. The present is a gift that we give to ourselves, as we know that we only have this instant, which is eternal, which repeats itself again and again and again, and it is always here now. So this is what we have, and this King of Pentacles is asking us to bring out all our royalty, to hold our scepter, and look how he's showing his pentacle to the world, and to show our light. I am shining for this. I am shining because I am present here in the world, and I can change the world, and I can change my life with my presence. Let's see what else comes up. And we have, wow, I love these cards. We have a winged knife here of swords. So this also tells me that we are going to work with communications coming up. During the eclipses, we may receive, let's talk about this one in particular. The next one we will have on Thursday, April 20th or 19th, according to where you are in the world. So this card is saying to me that we are going to work with communications as well, and pretty straightforward communications. We may receive new information coming out of the blue, and I also feel that they have some kind of fire in them. I know that with swords we work with the element of air, but I see also these wings, which are again orange and reddish, so they make me feel the fire, and the fire and the elements of air as well, they match perfectly, because we know that by blowing more oxygen to the fire becomes bigger, the fire burns even more. So what I feel with this card is that new communications are emerging, and they may be some kind of communication that are going to shake our inner fire, they are going to shake our soul and our heart and our daily routine. This is what comes to me, because they are so straight and they do not leave space for any doubt or question. They are straight and clear, crystal clear, and they arrive exactly where they want to arrive. So they are going to hit the target, and the target may actually be us. So we may be the one to receive this kind of communication, because the knife is actually coming towards us, and this is also a wind knife, so they are coming through the wind very, very quickly. I love this. So I'm going to ask now, I feel that with this kind of energy, we need to ground a little bit more. So I'm going to ask, here I got several cards, and I'm going to ask to the earth magic. Let's ask to the oracle for, a word, a message that comes from the earth, to ground a little bit this work that we are doing, to ground the work that we are doing. So we are working with the eclipses energy, particular Aries and Libra axis, and we want to ground our work. Okay, I feel we have, let me see, too many here. Okay, let's keep shuffling. How can we ground all this work? How can we ground all this work and being able to receive the information we need without being shaken too much, keeping our feet on the earth. So how can we be grounded as we go through this new moon and eclipse, which is coming up? This one. Here we go. Okay, let's see what it is to be grounded. Oh my goodness, I love this card. I love it so much. And can you actually, I want to put all of them here so we can see all of them. Can you actually see the beautiful orange which is literally emerging from these cards? The tree, we have the shoes of the king, but also the background, the wings of the night, and here we have radiance and summer solstice. Wow. So our question was, how can we ground all of this? So we can ground all of this working on our light. Summer solstice is talking about the light. This is the peak of the sun, and the other word that is given to us is radiance. And the sun here is so wonderfully orange, and I love orange. Is one of my favorite colors. I love the second chakra. I have a very special connection with this chakra, which is creativity, art, expression, feelings, dance, movement, emotions, sensuality, sexuality. So to ground, my dear souls, to ground our spiritual work during the eclipses season, and in particular with this new eclipse coming up, we need to radiate our light. Radiate our orange light, so the light of our creativity. Creativity as an amazing power that is the one to make visible what is dwelling in an invisible world. So it makes conscious what is unconscious. It brings out of us what lives within us. And so through the practice, the sacred practice of creativity, we bring out what dwells within us, and we actually ground the spirit. So we ground our spiritual work. And with this card, what I receive is to be creative. So create. Wherever it is for you, create. It can be something that you cook. It can be something that you write. It can be, a piece of art. It can be a new project. Wherever it means for you, create, so that you can express your radiance to the world, so that the world can see in physical form the radiance, the summer solstice, the light at its peak, the sun at its peak that you have deep within you. And with this amazing card, I feel to add one more from the Sexual Magic Tarot, because all of this orange light, I feel that we are called to work with our second chakra, so with our sexuality, which is the power of creation stored within us, which is there, desiring to come out, to be expressed, to be embodied. Okay, here we are, and no cards could have been better than this. I love it. It's number 21, the word. So again, we are completing a cycle. So the feeling that I have is that with this eclipse coming up, yes, we are starting a brand new chapter. We are also completing something very important. And the strong sensation that I get is that we are stepping into another level of our ascension. So we've been doing a lot of inner work. We have been, going through struggles, challenges, and we are here. So we have overcome all of them. We have overcome all of these intense stuff, and now we are completing this cycle. We are completing this. We have experienced all we could experience through this intense learning and suffering and challenging, and always asking us to do and to be the best we could. And so now, by completing this, we are emerging anew, and we can enter a new level of our ascension. I love this word card. Here you can see it more closely. So again, we have this kind of, there's a flyer here coming to visit us. Welcome. We again have this orangish light. I love it so much. And this is true enjoyment of the moment we are in, the moment of completion, the moment of fulfillment. So let's also recognize where we are. Let's also recognize all our path so far. Let's give us a kind of reward, something that gives us a lot of pleasure, something that we do love very much. So that with this, pleasurable reward, then we feel all again, and we feel refilled somehow and ready to start again with the energy of the eclipse and the new moon in Aries, which stands also at a critical degree, which is 29 degrees. So a degree of big changes, a degree of big transformation, even bigger thanks to the power of the eclipse. So let's enjoy this amazing opportunity that Cosmos, God, is giving to us to step even further, to take a step further on our ascension journey, with this awareness that we've been doing a lot and that now we are ready for the next level. Wow, I feel this is a very important reading. I love to know from you how you are perceiving it, how it resonates with where you are right now along your path. And for more support with oracle readings, energy readings, Akashic Records readings, and also to get your personalized channel symbol, you can contact me. I've shared all the details in the description of this video, and so I'm looking forward to supporting you along your transformational path of ascension. So many blessings, much magic coming our way with this eclipse and this new upgraded chapter which is opening up for us. Aho, and thank you for being with me.